YouTube, we're here. Finally. We have an unboxing. Start guessing. Here goes nothing.
An airplane.
It's gonna be awesome. Wait.
Sorry.
What if this was the toilet seats?
What kind of toilet do you have?
Anyway, if you guys get bored watching the airplane videos, just put my toilet seat down. It's the best toilet seat reviews you guys see. Huh, what is this? Okay, cool, look at that. That was my paperwork, guys, and it was amazing. So, look at this box. Well intact. Oh boy, I think I know what it is. It's a Timbers UMX.
Do you need a hand?
Maybe. I don't know. Oh, it's a boy! Wowzers. That is beautiful. It's beautiful. Looks so much like its big brother. Take off and land almost anywhere. Well, if it's anything like the non-UMX timber, it's going to take off and land anywhere. This one's going to be awesome. Oh, buddy. Wow. Okay, so Horizon Hobby. Why orange? Why not red? Does that smell weird? Smell it.
It does smell weird.
That's totally weird. Okay. Not sure what's going on with that, but it smells weird. So, what we're going to do is unboxings for Horizon, guys, are awesome. They are really good. You basically undo the tape, and then you take the plane out, and you're pretty much ready. Like, you're done. Being on the safe side, you're going to be careful. Big, heavy foam, guys. This foam is good stuff for later. We'll come back to that. Notice the plastic. That stuff stops the finish from being rubbed off. And we all know we don't want to get rubbed off. So, look at this. That is good stuff. I like the way the spinner looks. I like the nose. That is one ugly light, guys. Really ugly looking. However, when it's on, it's not going to be an issue. Oh my gorgeous. That thing looks good. It really does. Look at a close-up of the UMX timber stole. That's pretty cool. And I believe this is where the battery goes. Is that where it goes? Yes. Yes. Oh, look. Guys, that's so nice. Got a couple of magnets here. It looks like the electronics board is commensurate with other devices. Whoa, there's like a really wide plug in there. Get a shot of that weird plug in the middle. Not sure what that is. But what I can definitely tell you is that, oh, cool. So the lights are just actually stuck right into the nose holes. There's two LEDs right there. Fancy dance, guys.
Wait.
Okay, so one other strange question I've got for you is, if you're going to do a cover for protection, why clear? Is that so that you can see that there's a servo there? Or is that so you can see that the servo's not working? I don't know. Either way, I'll give you credit for that one, even though I'm thinking about taking points away. That is a weird fit. Is there a bad fit over there too? Mine has the gap.
Yeah, kind of gappy.
Kind of gappy?
Yeah.
There's gappy on there. The other thing is there's no lines for the doors, which I think as much detail and beauty is in this plane. Oh boy, look at the washout in the wing, guys. Look at that. That is just phenomenal. It's a very thick wing, very thick. And I noticed there's no strut. There might be. Size comparison time, guys. We'll have a big build video that follows this. J3 Cub, UMX. size comparison for wings. Looks like the timber is just bigger. Vertical stabilizer, just a touch bigger. Ooh, the tire's bigger. That's good. These are aftermarket, of course, by yours truly. You know, these tires do look pretty sweet. I wonder how heavy they are. Oh, prop size. This is 2.75 V4. I don't know what the heck that is. I think it might be the same one that Carbon Cub uses. So, also this tape holding down the wing, not the most beautiful thing ever. Really sloppy seams here, but I think that's going to be somewhat covered up by the leading edge slats. So that's an unboxing. So far we've got the plane out. Now we're going to get into the accessories. Now these are adapters to put your floats onto the plane. Little Velcro strap for your batteries. We'll talk about batteries here in a minute. If you're going to put floats on this plane, you'll of course put the extra legs in here, and then you'll whoa, see that, guys? Wonder if those are going to want to pop off right away. Sometimes they do. I might end up just gluing those on with some CA. It's really easy to do, but you can see that left right play makes me a little nervous. Those things feel light. That's awesome. Okay, what else do we have in here? We've got the leading edge slats. Whoa, they're flexible. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are gonna have to get glued on here, I have to imagine. And if you don't know what a leading edge slat is, imagine a small wing that goes on the front edge of another wing, okay? Sometimes leading edge slats are actuated with flaps to change the shape of the wing, and sometimes leading edge slats are just fixed. In this case, they would be fixed. Typically there's a left and a right, but it looks like these ones are simple enough that they're just going to be the same. They have little plastic standoffs, and then can you see if you can get a shot of the shape of that? Mm-hmm. You see how it's got the airfoil shape? So those are going to sit down into these little pockets here, guys. Man, I really like these leading edge slats, guys, because you know me, I never modify anything. It's just all stock. But that is, just got some horrible ideas. You'll notice that I have flaps on the Cessna 182 UMX. Size comparison time, guys. This also has lights. And then, of course, I do lights on the J3 Cub. Now, my lights are probably going to be a little bit brighter, but I've heard good things about the lights on the Timber. So, if you're just getting into this thing is a lot better value than this thing. A lot better. You get the lights, you get the flaps. You know how much time it took me to do this? Lights and flaps, it was ridiculous. You can watch all 57 videos if you want. Believe me, they're out there on my channel. By the way, click the playlists, look at the plane you're looking for, and then you can see all the videos about all. But look at these antennas before we move on. I'm sorry, I know this is an unboxing. Come on, guys. Antennas, they look cool. Also, the Aero Commander. We'll do a size comparison quick with the Aero Commander. Hold on, let's go over here by baby Jesus. See? The Aero Commander is now so pretty that he's in our nativity. Size comparison. Price point. Wow, the Timber's actually bigger. Mm-hmm. I did not expect that. And this has two motors. This has 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. This didn't have flaps. I put them on there, and they're awesome. But I'll tell you what, it was a lot of work. This has lights and flaps. This has now lights and flaps, and look at all the awesome scale details. Those awesome scale details didn't exist. Look at the scale detail there. Okay, these things are added by yours truly, and they're really fun to do, the scale details, but I'll tell you what, flaps, no fun. I wish I never have to install flaps again in my life. Same thing with LEDs. However, if you keep putting planes out that don't have them, I'm going to put them in. So for now, let's see how awesome this thing is. And just another size comparison, okay? Look how big the control surface is on that aileron. compared to this. It's a lot bigger. It's, I would say, at least 30% larger. And then look how big the flap is. Look at the flap, guys. It's gigantor. These flaps, you can stop this plane in midair, you know? This thing's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see it fly. Okay, so now moving along from size comparison. I know there's a lot of comparison on size there, guys. Let's talk for a minute about the manual. The manual's in here. If any of you guys are new to the RC world, I'm not a big manual fan myself, but you'll want to bust out the manual. Man, they really wanted to make sure that didn't get out of there. The manuals for these planes are super, super good. Horizon does a lot of things really good. One of the things they do really good is documentation. I wouldn't say that it's leaps and bounds better, but you'd be hard pressed to find another Chinese-made plane that's sold anywhere in the world that will have better documentation. That doesn't mean you're always going to get parts. It doesn't mean you're going to like the price. It doesn't mean it's going to have flaps or LEDs, but they have good documents. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to move in here and you're going to look at this, and it's going to tell you all these different cool settings, okay? And then you're just going to set it up that way. Let's see if I can find the page where we set it up. Obviously, we're going to have to CA on our doohickeys.
Leading edge slats.
Oh yeah, that's right. But the other thing we have to do is we have to set up our radio. And so that's going to be one thing that's right here. Look at this, guys. Computerized transmitter setup. Here, let's flip it over for the viewers. This is how you do that. This has Safe Select technology. Meaning, Safe Select, guys, is the capability of not only having AS3X, which helps with wind and environmental impact, okay? Getting blown out of the way helps you kind of get back to where you were. This auto leveling for pitch and roll really helps beginners, because what happens is you think, oh yeah, I'm a new guy, I've seen somebody fly before. I'm just gonna take off, I'm just gonna pull up on the elevator, it's just gonna fly perfect. And then you let go and you're like, oh my goodness, what did it do? Well, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Just wait and see, unless you have safe. If you have safe, what you'll do is you'll turn safe on, and this plane, you'll give it input and it will move. And then when you let go, it will recover to a stable level flying position. Safe Select basically gives you the auto leveling. AS3X is the stabilizer. You can't turn AS3X off on most models. There's like one or two really early ones you could do it on, like the Radian, they figured out a way to do it. But generally speaking, you don't want to turn stabilization off. You might want to turn auto leveling off though, because auto leveling for me would be annoying. And for people that have learned to fly, take the training wheels off, you'll go to just AS3X. The other thing is you don't have to activate Safe Select. So if you stick around and watch my build video, which is more of just a setup video showing you how to set up the radio, then we will go through that. Let's talk batteries for just a second. This is the manual, okay? It's going to tell you what battery you need. Now I already know this because all the UMX batteries pretty much use the same ones. It's going to tell you right here, 280 milliamp hour 2S, which is a 7.4 volt, 30C LiPo. Okay, they give you the e-flite part number. Of course, you're not going to use e-flite if you've got these awesome things. These are from Hobby King. They're cheaper. They work just as good. I have the e-flite ones too.
Hold on. We'll focus. Doesn't like your battery. There you go.
If you buy this, notice that the end is not the same. I'll give you an example. Come on over here, honey.
Okay.
This is a Celtra A crappy charger. This is a standard balanced charger plug, okay? This is what a standard balanced charger plug would look like on a 2S. You'll notice that this one's quite a bit smaller. You have to get the right ends. You can go to Hobby King right now and buy this battery with this end and with a JST as well. Very similar to this, except this happens to be a 3S pack, okay? So just keep that all in mind. If you go to Hobby King, you can literally type in the part number for your e-flite pack, and it will almost always come up with it if it's popular enough. If not, this is a 300 milliamp hour. Interestingly enough, it's the same size as the one you'll get from e-flite. 2S, and it says right here, 35 through 70C discharge. That means that you can discharge quicker than a 30C or than a 25 or a 20C. Okay, so you can also get a smaller pack if you want to have a little bit shorter flight time, but your plane will be lighter, a little bit more docile. I don't use these hardly ever, these 180 milliamp hours. They have the correct plug. You'll notice I put a little hot glue on there. That helps the ends to not pop out. It's not really that necessary. It does add weight, so keep that in mind. So this is what I use. And you're probably wondering to yourself, why did I do that to the charger? Well, because then I can charge a standard 2S pack. Or I can charge one of the e-flite packs. But typically speaking, when I'm charging my e-flite packs, I charge them together in parallel. And I'll plug them into something like this. And then this has a standard 2S pack, balance charge plug. And then I'll plug in my little XT60 and I'll fire up my regular, more conventional charger, and I can set my charge rate super low. So if this is 300 milliamp hours, I could set it to charge at like 100 milliamp hours, okay? So the idea is if you put them in parallel, you can charge them faster. Well, not so much faster, it's gonna take the same amount of time, but you can put the same amount of charge into multiple packs and you get a better result because your batteries aren't worked quite as hard for charging. So that's the way I do it. You don't have to do it that way. You can just use the one you got with your carbon cub from 6 years ago or whatever. But these things suck and they go bad. And they're expensive too. They're a ripoff. So, because that charger there, that's probably only a $30 charger right there. You can get that one at Hobby King for 30 bucks. The balance board, you wouldn't need in this application, but you can get this thing for like 5 bucks. So, anyway, just to give you some inside baseball. So let's look at how this battery fits real quick. Front comes off. That is a little weak, like it's soft. Not a big fan of that. However, it'll be fine. So battery lead is just tucked back here. Of course, we got these obnoxious adapter warnings or whatever this thing is. I don't even know what that is. It probably tells you what battery to use. And in this case, it looks like this pack is going to need some Velcro to hold it in. That's hunky-dory. I'm not going to put Velcro on this pack. I'll make a little battery tray or something for this. But for now, you can plug it in like this. Now, you'll need to have it level. It's not bound, so you'll notice it's flashing red and green. And then look at that. That is so cool, guys. Look at the lights. Oh, that is awesome. That is so cool, guys. The front. The nose light. Is there a tail light?
Nope.
Son of a gun. I am going to have to put lights on
good.
this
Now you have
thing.
a project to do.
Thank goodness.
It's so
'Cause
worried.
I needed another one.
You did.
That's right. So anyway, the only light I'll be adding on this will be a tail light. If I even decide to do that. To be perfectly honest, I always put a tail light. If you have 3 points of reference, you can pretty much fly in dark. So, and I do fly in dark, not often, but I do. Mostly it's twilight. So this will be fine in twilight. All right. That's going to conclude our unboxing, guys. The next thing you know, we're going to be posting a build and setup video, and that's going to help you go through the radio setup. So we'll conclude that here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching.